Hello, everyone. Mary Esther, Miranda Gilbert here, nutritional physiologist, nutritional healing specialist. And lately I've been taking some scientific monograph excerpts from my book, Potent Superfoods for Lifelong True Health. And I decided to share with the public just 10 different botanicals or groups of botanicals from my book, which is 109 botanicals actually altogether. But it's going very well, getting 5-star reviews on Amazon, which is really thrilling because I spent over 18 months writing the book. So it's great to see and very gratifying to see that people are enjoying the scientific data that I put out on so many different superfoods that actually have so many beneficial quantities for our health. Today, I'm going over the famous queen of fruits, the mangosteen fruit, famous for its very, uncommon compounds that are in nature that are all sequestered into one fruit. So they're called the huge classification called the xanthones, Xanthones. So there's various different types of xanthones that occur in nature, but not any in one place like the mangosteen fruit. So going back 100 years, scientific research on the mangosteen has discovered that it has many anti-inflammatory properties, detoxification properties, antimicrobial properties, just all sorts of wonderful things that it does for the body. So I've been a big fan of this fruit for many years now. And so I just wanted to share this last one that I'm doing about my book. So there's other videos that I produced on this channel that you're welcome to please peruse and check out all the different botanicals that I've already covered that are in my book. And so, and I'll provide, the link to the book if you're interested in purchasing it for your home library, which I think is a very important part of a person's health maintenance protocol. So we have to protect our health from so many things these days, right? There are pollutants, there are drug side effects, drug residues in the water sources, and all these pollutants and synthetic chemicals that end up in our water sources and in the soils. If you're not eating organically grown foods, then you're getting a lot of pesticides from the spraying of these pesticides that are so disruptive to so many body systems and are associated with various very serious health conditions. So the plant kingdom has all these wonderful phytochemical compounds that will bind to and help the body eliminate synthetic chemicals that are so damaging to the body's health. So here we are with the wonderful mangosteen fruit, and it's very delicious. On the inside, it's just a combination of a peach and an orange, and all these wonderful sweet qualities that we love in fruits. And inside each one of these sections is this wonderful chewable nut, the seed. And so it's also extremely tasty and full of healthy compounds, especially the precursors to many hormones that the body has to make every day. And so, yeah, this is an extremely valuable, potent superfood. The rind itself is where the xanthones are concentrated, as well as the essential oils and the other wonderful aspects of this fruit. All right, so this is what the mangosteen looks like. I think I'll go ahead and separate the videos between the pomegranate and the mangosteen, because the mangosteen, I feel, is so much more of a history as far as the research that's been done on the phytochemical compounds. All right, so, and these are what the trees look like. I mean, the trees get to be 40 feet tall, and it takes about 7 years for the tree to fully mature to the point where it's producing high potent fruit. So it's used in Asian countries as a folk remedy for all kinds of diseases historically and currently in all these different medical systems that Western medicine considers alternative medicines, whereas in fact, a lot of these indigenous and cultural medical systems that use botanicals consider Western medicine as the alternative. So this goes way back into our ancient history. So as far as what's been documented, this fruit has been used for all types of diseases and disorders for over 1,400 years. So like I said, this fruit has healing, regenerative, health-protecting properties that have been well documented in so many different scientific studies and university archives all over the world for over 50 years. So when you dry it and it's because you desiccate it and you dry it into a powder, and as long as the this process preserves the active enzymes, the viable enzymes, so then it's very effective. Okay, so once you cook something, it loses its enzyme active viability. That these enzyme catalysts in different foods work to break down food molecules that we ingest, or the very fruit or food that's ingested. The enzymes that are present in the food will help digest that very food, but also helps the body create the many thousands of catalysts, enzymes that create or start and stop multiple trillions of biological processes that occur in the body every single day, every single minute, Um, so yeah, it's been around quite a bit. So anyway, if you consume the desiccated, dried and powdered pericarp, which is the rind, it's been found to be effective for dysentery. So whether you ingest the fresh fruit and focus on the whole fruit, but the rind is where the concentrations of these xanthones have been found to be very effective for dysentery. So it's an antimicrobial, very powerful antimicrobial. It's been known to stop diarrhea within minutes. I've had that personal experience with a client, calling me frantically. I have a friend who is having this problem, and it's been going on for a long time, and she was an elderly woman. So I said that could be dangerous. She's losing a lot of electrolytes, that could stop the heart. So I said, I knew she had the mangosteen on hand. So I said, take that, just go ahead and have her take that. And within minutes, it was gone. So it's a very highly destructive antimicrobial. So it's used also for eczema, all kinds of abnormal skin conditions, because of the real rebuilding effect of all of the different plant compounds in it. It's used as an antipyretic, reduces fever for the treatment of all sorts of diseases, diarrhea, dysentery, all kinds of urological diseases, including kidney stones and any kind of urological problem. Okay, so it's known very well in the Asia Pacific Rim countries, and particularly in the Philippines. So it's also been found to contain all these different phytonutrient compounds, like the flavonoids. It's a huge classification of different types of compounds that work to help the body create very strong but flexible blood vessels, all the way from the aorta all the way down to the tiniest capillary in the fingers, the toes, to the farthest reaches of the body. We've got thousands of miles of blood vessels in the body, from the largest to the smallest. So the compounds in the mangosteen help address that flexibility that's so all important for this. So a lot of times when someone has very bad headaches or migraine headaches, then what's happening is the capillaries, or the blood vessels, are bursting because they're so rigid and not flexible. And so, of course, the nervous system is going to detect injury and send, a pain signal to the person. So everything in the form of pain means there's something injured, something going wrong in the body. So the mangosteen has been known to, these compounds in the mangosteen have been known to improve the flexibility and strength and tensile strength of the blood vessels. Triterpenoids and the benzophenones, those are different types of classifications of compounds that are also found in the mangosteen as anti-inflammatories, aiding the immune system, all sorts of assisting in all the hormonal and immune and nervous system, nerve transmission types of communications that goes on in the body, where everything works together to maintain the homeostasis of the body. And so, I mean, I really have dived into the scientific literature and extracted the 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 scientific studies, the peer-reviewed studies that have been put together on the mangosteen. And so, like I said, it goes back 100 years at least. Um, at least that's what I uncovered when I did the research. So I only, included things from the last 10 or 20 years in the book, just so that you get the benefit of the accumulation, the accumulative effect of all of the scientific research that's ever been done on the mangosteen. So like I said, the xanthones and the mangosteen pericarp are, they've been shown to be pro-apoptotic or anti-carcinogenic by inducing the self-destruction of cancer cells and improving the immune system's macrophage functions, that the immune cells that destroy cancer cells. Xanthones are also very good anti-inflammatories. They help regulate how the body responds to inflammation in the way of the cyclooxygenase 2 enzyme. And so it can act as an inhibitor or regulate how the enzyme works during injury. Sometimes that can go into, just disrepair and non-functionality. I mean, if a person is in an inflammatory state over time, then the body and the immune system is not functioning optimally, then it may not know when to turn off that COX-2 enzyme. So the xanthones in this fruit help regulate or attenuate the inflammatory process. Okay, so also it's been shown to be extremely beneficial for the cardiovascular system, maintaining proper blood pressure balance, and like I said earlier, healthy blood vessels. It nourishes the healthy joints and connective tissues that help eliminate arthritis. So it acts to, the compounds in this fruit act to break up the uric acid crystals that settle in the joints that cause so much pain. They're actually very jagged, microscopic, jagged little glass-like shards that settle in the joints. So many plants have been shown to dissolve those sharp little shards, and also the mangosteen has been shown to eliminate and dissolve those very painful little sharp things, that settle in the joints. All right, so it's also been shown, like I said earlier, to dissolve kidney stones. I've had friends hospitalized with extreme doubled over pain to the point of crying out, please do something. This is torture, so I've witnessed that a couple of times in a couple of friends, and also a friend of a friend who actually had very bad kidney stones. And so she was given mangosteen juice and the kidney stones were dissolved. All three cases, they were dissolved in minutes, within an hour at least, So it's quite remarkable how it has the anti-inflammatory effects and the dissolving effects on these accumulations that form stones, or like I said, in the joints, the sharp crystals, the uric acid crystals. It's also been used to alleviate glaucoma and cataracts in the eyes. So it will dissolve that gunky residue that forms over the eyes, and also the gunky hardened residue that forms in blood vessels. So it's been shown to alleviate atherosclerosis as well, and that's hardening of the arteries. Okay, it also helps prevent Alzheimer's disease and other nervous system disorders because of the fatty acid content in it and the essential oils that are really the plant fluids that have been that contain the phytochemical compounds or plant fluids or phytonutrients, the plant chemicals that help repair all these different nervous system disorders. And also they help in the repair of cell signaling pathways. So they increase or improve the communications from cell to cell in the nervous system. So from nerve cell to nerve cell, communicating throughout the entire system at all times, this is what the mangosteen helps to improve. It's also considered useful for slowing the aging process. So anytime you are highly nourished, and you are in a state of staying on top of inflammation, attenuating it immediately with the immune system functionality being on top of things. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic anti-inflammatory, hormone regulating type of food that with all of these plant chemicals in it. So yeah, I mean, if you're well nourished, and well oxygenated and don't have any inflammation because it gets addressed quickly, nips it in the bud. So of course you're going to look and feel younger. Your cells are going to be actually physiologically younger as well, especially if you exercise. Exercise is so important in maintaining that youthfulness about the functionality of your trillions of cells in your body. So because of the precursors to the different types of hormones and keeping the glands, free and clear of toxins, then of course it's going to elevate the moods and improve a person's outlook and perspectives. So therefore, it's been useful for depression. Also for obesity, because of how it flushes out toxins and improves the circulatory system, delivers nutrients, and therefore helps improve the appetite. And so, of course, the person who's going to be feeling highly nourished is not going to be craving all kinds of things that are bad for the body and cause weight gain. Allergies, same thing, it addresses the immune system. Because of the compounds in the fruit, the bacteria that causes ulcers are the wounds that it causes are soon alleviated and repaired, and so return to normal functioning. And of course, because it's an antimicrobial, then it reduces the fever response to foreign invasive, organisms in the body. Also, what causes diarrhea. So all of that can be alleviated. All right, so again, human studies have shown that xanthones can reduce induce cancer cell self-destruction, which is called apoptosis, and arrest tumor growth. So they prevent cancer cells from forming. All right, so yeah, it's been used for infections and wounds and various types of inflammation. This is a superfood, I tell you. So again, with the xanthones and the pericarp or the rind, they really do have a unique molecular structure, a tricyclic aromatic system, and these are some of the compounds: isoprene, methoxyl, and hydroxyl groups at various locations on the different locations of the molecule. They yield a diverse array of at least 68 distinct beneficial xanthone compounds in the whole fruit, 50 different compounds in the pericarp alone. And so these xanthones are spread less densely in various higher plants, like I said earlier, in nature, but they are concentrated, and with the diversity of the types of xanthones, this huge classification exists in the mangosteen pericarp. So also the mangosteen fruit, especially if it's organically grown, it's going to be higher in these compounds, and it's going to be high in these specific compounds that are known to do all the work that I just mentioned. All right, so the alpha mangosteen is the most studied of the xanthones, demonstrating the antimicrobial, antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, antiparasitic, and antimalarial, anticarcinogenic, anti-cancer, antioxidant, reducing the damage that free radical molecules that are looking to scavenge the electrons from healthy cells that render the healthy cells, malfunctioning. So it prevents that. With the immune system as well, of course. So, the immune system loves these different phytochemical compounds in the plant kingdom, and it especially loves the xanthones in this particular fruit. All right, so also xanthones have been known to modulate our body's enzymes. So our enzymes are living tissue, our bodies contain living tissues, of course, and in those living tissues are enzymes, active enzymes that help disassemble, reassemble molecules, repurpose different molecules just to complete a biological or biochemical process in all of our multiple trillions of cells. This goes on constantly every single day. That's why ingesting these superfoods will ensure that your body and your cells are going to be receiving the right molecules to do all of this life-saving, life perpetuating work. All right, so they modulate enzymes in the body and they attenuate nerve cell activity. So in other words, if you're going to be overexcited about something and your body's cells their nervous system is prone to overexcitability from stress or any kind of thought processes or anything that causes a person's body to react to stress, then the xanthones have been known to just calm the nervous system down and help it function properly. Okay, also it's an analgesic. It improves heart function by preventing arrhythmia. It helps prevent blood pressure, and it's of course, after all that, of course, it's going to be an anti-allergenic or antihistamine. So the body produces histamines when the immune system detects foreign substances in the body, and this could be a particle that you inhale, or it could be a toxin, synthetic chemical, or a microbe that causes illness, bacteria, viruses, funguses, parasites, microscopic or otherwise parasites. So it's been tested against all sorts of things, including the HIV virus. So it's listed in the scientific literature as an anti-HIV and anti-ulcerative. So this is a group of scientists that gathered many different scientific studies done on the mangosteen over time, and they put together a nice, very detailed, peer-reviewed study on all the different research that's ever been done on the mangosteen. So this is my citation here. All right, so that is the mangosteen, and you know what? I'm going to add the other fruit, the seeds, the pomegranate seeds, in another video. So I don't want to make my videos too long. I want to hold your attention as much as possible. So if you like what you heard, if you haven't been here before, please like, share, and subscribe so that you can get more information about how to use the world's healing botanicals to improve your health and protect your health. And these things are life-saving. I've seen it when I had my practice. For 30 years, I've retired my practice 12 years ago, but I continued to do the scientific research and produce books and try to reach more of the human population out there, because people are not healthy. They're suffering needlessly when all they have to do is put it all together, which is what I do. I teach that, and it's in my books, and I'll be teaching the courses when I complete the construction of my online school, True Health Mastery Academy. So if you're interested in any of that, I'll put the links down in the description below. And also, if you're interested in purchasing this book that I just showed you, then you can go to my website here, holisticchoices.com. And, people will recognize it. You have to show people what things look like. Otherwise, what if they go to the wrong website? So holisticchoices.com. And also, if you're interested in my books, just click on the books by Mary Esther Gilbert on the side there. It'll go to the book page. And these are the books that I've written. So the latest book that I'm now reviewing and producing, reviews for on YouTube here is the Potent Superfoods for Lifelong True Health. It's the title of the book. And you can get it on Amazon. Like I said, 5-star reviews, which I'm thrilled about after all that hard work I put into the book just to provide the healing and health saving information that these superfood botanicals on this earth have for us. And fortunately, the scientific community has been busy at work for many decades to investigate and to examine all the different nutrient factors in these botanicals. So this is the printed version of the book. You can click on that and go to the Amazon website. And then this is the ebook version as well. So yeah, you can just click on it and go to the Amazon website. And so originally I listed it for $109.97, which is quite a great price for anything that's comparable. It's a 531-page book, and it contains the phytochemicals and phytochemical nutrient database, as well as the individual descriptions of each botanical. And also I included a botanical encyclopedia, and so that it's kind of a hybrid between a dictionary and encyclopedia. So anytime you run across a term that you don't understand, because the human body is highly technical, it's highly intricate, very, very intricate, and so it takes a vast amount of knowledge to really master how the body works. So it takes years and years of study, and with new studies coming out and more discoveries about how the human body works, it's great to have something right in the book, right, to refer to if you don't know what a particular term means. So you can't avoid it, but I do put it in layperson's terms. I do summarize it, and the scientific monographs are very thorough in summarizing the very detailed and the very many scientific studies done on these botanicals. So the mangosteen, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the ones that I think everyone should consider in their nutritional healing protocols or health maintenance protocols, or disease prevention protocols. All right, well, thank you for being here, and I appreciate everything that that people like about my videos, and the people who have been purchasing my book. I'm really grateful for that. My goal is to help humanity maintain optimal health vibrancy. We need more of the population to be in optimal health vibrancy so that we can be strong, both physically and spiritually, and emotionally and psychologically. So it all ties together. All right. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you hopefully soon again. Thank you.